Glitter.
What?
Cattle.
What's going on?
The person who invented glitter was a cattle rancher.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ha
You
ha.
go.
Funny prank, guys. Hilarious.
Motherboard.
Unboard.
Come on, Mike. I know this is one of your pranks.
Whenever
don't know
I tell
how
my
you
mother
managed
I'm
to
bored,
carry
she
me
tells
down
me
to
to get
the
myself
basement while I was
unbored.
sleeping, but you've really outdone yourself. Wait.
What are you guys doing?
Playing a word
Gravy
game.
boats?
Someone
Since when
says a
does
word
Connect
and the
HQ
other
have
person
antique
says the
gravy
first
boats in its
related
basement?
word that comes to their mind.
Where'd
Want to
the
play?
chair go?
Sure.
We'll get in a triangle like this.
Okay.
Who's there?
Spider.
Spider.
No, you can't repeat the same word.
We are Connect HQ.
Spider!
Every day we help the people
We
of the world.
are Connect
God's
HQ.
way.
Every
the
day we
links.
help the people
Make the
of the
connection.
world.
Live God's
and you
way.
never know what might happen.
Look for the links.
Make the connection.
And you never know what might happen.
My name's Alyssa, and this is the time I learned how to conquer my fears. Tony!
I'm Edison.
Oh,
and this
nope, I'm not
is how
Tony.
I learned
I'm
to face
the
my
thing
fear
from the
of
basement.
failure.
What?
Come on, you heard me. That's a yell you
Doc?
got on you.
Don't
What?
mind me.
Well, you know what? Listen, I can understand the confusion. If you just take a seat on
Doc.
the decorative ceramic chickens.
Sorry.
Yeah, right there.
I'm
I'll
just
explain
gonna
it.
miss you so much.
My
I know.
grandma
I'm
collects
gonna miss you
ceramic
too.
chickens.
Well,
I'm
that's
glad that
probably
you'll
why I
get to
showed
see
up
all
here
of
in your
your
dream.
old friends at Connect IQ.
No, I'm.
Me too.
I'm
and
not
I'll
dreaming.
only be gone for a few short months.
What do you do
That's
you mean you're not
true.
dreaming? Can you
But I'm
explain
still gonna
another
miss
place
you.
in the real world where there's going to be your grandma's chickens and then
Doc,
Connect
your
HQ
sign is
records
kinda
all in the same
distracting.
place at the same time?
Okay. How about a hug then?
Yeah, see, you
Maybe
made
later. I
this place
have work
up
to
in
do.
your head on
That's
account
right.
of all the
Your
fears
farewell
you've been
speech.
facing.
Did you write it yet?
I'm not
Well, it's
afraid of it.
It's not quite finished.
Oh, come on now. Your
But
grandma and
you're
grandpa asked you to
close.
stay at their house while they're gone on vacation. And, well, you've been afraid of that place ever since you were a kid.
Okay, but can
Is
you
it written
blame
with
me? The
invisible
place is
ink?
creepy. The floorboards
No.
creak. They eat weird food. And I'm pretty
okay,
sure
so-
there's
so
a
I
monster
can't
living
write
under the bed
speeches?
and something in the
Okay, you remember the last speech I wrote?
basement.
And this month's
You've gotta
Connect
be kidding me.
MVP award goes
Afraid
to
not.
Edison!
Okay, so how do I get out of here?
You know what? That is an excellent question. You see, to wake up in the real world, you have to fall asleep in the dream world, okay? And there's only one place you can fall asleep here, and that's on the top floor. And you're gonna have to face some fears to get up there.
Or I could just wait and wake up on my own.
Edison, everyone!
No can do, no can do. See, fear is not the boss of you, okay? And when you feel yourself
It
getting
wasn't
afraid, you just tell
that
yourself,
bad.
fear can't
can't
stop
do
me from
speeches.
doing what I
But your
need to
ed
do.
talks are so
Fear
good.
can't stop me
Those are
from doing
different.
what I
Okay,
need to
I'm,
do.
I'm afraid I'll mess up
you'll
again.
get the hang of it as you go.
Whenever I feel that
what you
way,
want to do is
this
you
is
want
what
to
I
take the
tell
stairs
myself.
up to the
When
next
I'm
level
afraid
up
I'll
there,
fail,
okay?
God will
And
help.
they're right next to the
When I'm
collection
afraid
of
I'll fail,
clowns.
God will
So,
help me.
good luck, okay?
Right. Just try saying it in your
gonna
head
need
whenever
it.
you feel like you can't do something. Here, I'll take over cleaning this so you can get back to your speech.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to wake
Aren't
them
you
up.
forgetting something?
Every time I woke my grandparents
Right.
up as a kid, I'd always get roped into these 3-hour-long stories.
Okay, so
What?
now I've been asked to
Who's
say
there?
some words.
Alyssa!
Words about
Alyssa, is that you?
Oh,
Words.
Alyssa, come over here. Let us get a good look at you.
Oh, hi Jaden. Welcome to the team.
Is that what the
Thank
kids are
you.
wearing these
I'm
days?
glad to help fill in while you're
never
working with Connect
understand
IQ.
youth's fashion.
We came by to see
Well,
if you
it's
had
better
Jaden's
than
link
the
watch
pump
ready.
face
Oh,
you
yes,
went
it's
through
all
in
synced up
middle
and ready to go.
school.
Well, that's for
Okay.
sure.
Now you press this
I'm
one to
so
open up
sorry for waking
communication
you
with
both
the
up.
link. Then you press this
I
one to
was
send.
just trying to get upstairs. I'm afraid
you
that
press
You're
this one to
afraid?
open up
Well,
links that have
what are you
already been
afraid
sent,
of?
and then this
No,
one
I'm
to
not
open
afraid.
up
I
notifications.
didn't mean that. What I
It's
meant
all
was
pretty much
Granddaughter of
straightforward.
ours should let their lives be ruled by
Okay,
fear.
and
Rod,
what does that
tell
button do?
Alyssa that story.
Nothing yet. It's part of the
necessary.
upgrades I'll be
I
working
know
on for the
just
link
the
system.
story
Mike
you're
asked if it
talking
could be
about.
used to order
Alyssa,
pizza.
come in, pop open
Dot
your
asked if it
ears,
could be used to
'cause
order
the story
puppies.
Granddad's got
We're
for
trying to
ya.
keep an open mind about it.
That's so fun. Well, Edison, we won't take up any more of your time. I know that you have a speech to read.
Are you sure? I mean, I can show Jaden how to.
Really, Edison, she'll be fine.
Okay.
We're searching God's word for things to discover. This book is alive, full of answers and godly advice. This book is alive. See the wonder.
What are you doing?
stretching. You want to help before you leave today? I want to be ready to give you my best work.
I can't write my speech.
I know. I keep distracting you. I'll stretch somewhere else.
No, it's just impossible
After
to
God
write.
rescued his people from slavery in
I
Egypt,
imagine it would
he
be
led
like
them across the
that.
Red Sea and performed
Have you
miracles
tried
along the
using
way to
these
Canaan,
instead?
No,
the land he had promised them.
I
God
just
told
can't do
Moses
it.
to choose
Okay,
12
I'm
spies
scared
to
I'll
go
mess
into
up again.
Canaan to find out about
I
the
can't do
people,
it, Dot.
the cities,
Remember,
and the land.
when I'm afraid I'll fail,
The
God
spies
will help.
explored the land and
I know
found
that,
it was
but
as good as God
it's
had
just
promised.
still scary. What if I mess up?
But they also saw some things that
Do
made
you
them
want me to help you
afraid.
write it?
After
No,
40 days,
thank you.
the spies
But
returned.
this is something
They
I need to
described
write
what they
about.
saw.
Okay.
The land flows with milk and honey. There are pomegranates and figs. And the grapes are so big, 2 of us had to carry them between us on a pole.
Okay, so whenever you have
Great,
all the
let's
links
go.
attached, then
We
you're ready
can't
to send
go.
the message. Like
There are
this.
giants that are so big, we look like grasshoppers next to them. And the city's walls are
Any
so
questions?
high, we don't stand a
no,
chance.
I don't think so.
By the time
Great,
the
then
10 spies
I'll leave you
finished
to it.
talking,
Here's
the
a list of the
giants seemed
messages that
bigger
need to go
and the
out.
walls seemed
My
taller.
first
The spies
transmissions.
and the people were afraid.
Well, have fun
But 2 of the
and
spies,
make sure you take your
Joshua
time while you
and
get the hang
Caleb,
of it, okay?
remembered God was with them, and he
Thanks.
could do anything.
God is stronger than any giant. He'll help us take the promised land.
But it was too late. The people were afraid and forgot God was for them.
Did God bring us here just to let us be killed? Let's go back to Egypt.
But the land is good, like God promised it would be. Don't turn away now.
That's right. Farewell.
With God's help,
Thank
we
you.
can't
I mean,
lose. Don't be afraid of giants.
Farewell, you
But
think.
the Israelites didn't
I mean,
believe Joshua and Caleb. In fact,
you
they wanted to kill
farewell
them.
think.
They had forgotten the miracles God had done for them when he
I'm just
rescued
gonna
them
work
from
on the link
Egypt.
upgrades instead.
So Moses begged for God to forgive the people. God heard Moses and forgave the Israelites. But they wandered in the desert for 40 years, 1 year for every day the spies had been gone.
Just
Are
wanted
we
to check
there
in with
yet?
you.
Nope.
Jaden?
Still got 39 years left.
Are you working
Out
on
of
the
all the
transmission?
Israelites, only 2 men lived to see
I'm
God's
just
promised land.
taking my time.
Joshua and Caleb,
Like you said.
the spies who stood up and
Okay.
had great faith
well,
in God,
I may
even
need you to work
when they were
just a
standing
little
alone.
bit faster. Are you okay?
Where'd this chair come from? I'm afraid.
Well, this is a dream, dearie.
What are you
Chairs
afraid of?
appear.
Listen,
up.
everyone
I
feels fear
understand.
sometimes.
There's a
That's
verse I
for
think
sure.
may help you.
The
Comes from the book of
Israelites
Isaiah,
feared to
chapter
go into the
41, verse
promised
13.
land because of the
Say
giants.
with me like this.
Well, that fear was understandable.
Isaiah 41,
There were giants.
13.
But
Isaiah
God called them to
41,
go into the land and
The
fight
Lord
for
your
it.
God
But the Israelites
says
didn't
to
trust God
you,
to take care
The
of them.
Lord your
They
God
let their fear
says
control
to
them.
you.
No matter how
Do not
afraid we
fear.
might feel,
I will
we must
help
never
you.
let it stop
Do
us from
not
what
fear.
God told us to
I
do.
will help you. Because God
This
will always
Bible
be with
verse
us,
helps us to
no matter what
remember
fears
that
we're facing.
whenever we have something that we need to do
Sometimes
and
it's
we're
difficult
afraid
for me
of
to
how it
remember
may
that.
turn out, we can
Thanks for
trust that
sharing
God will
with
be
me.
there to help us.
Oh, you're
we
very
don't have
welcome.
to do it alone.
Now go along, get up to
Thanks,
whatever
Captain
it is
Ray.
you youngsters do
You're
nowadays.
welcome. Do you want me to
and
stay?
say hello to your great
No.
Aunt Dottie while you're
I want to
upstairs.
try again.
Okay. Great Aunt Dottie. She's upstairs.
She sure is.
Oh, and I hear she's making something delicious.
Wow, these improvements that Edison made to the link are really great.
Hi, Aunt
I
Dottie.
mean, there's still no
let me
button
see.
for ordering
You're
puppies,
just in time
but
to try
it'll
my
do.
newest creation. Take a seat.
I know I'm still new here, but is that supposed to happen?
Edison! Edison! Edison!
Edison! Edison!
What?
I messed up.
Go
I sent the
on,
wrong
try
transmissions. I need your help.
I know you're not afraid of a little soup, Lissy.
There's a gummy bear in it.
There, it's all fixed now. I just rerouted the transmission and sent a notice to the field
And you're
office.
dreaming.
Thank
so
you
what do you
so
care if
much.
there's a gummy bear in
I
your
didn't know
soup?
what to do.
Is everything okay?
I'm so sorry,
Here,
Captain Ray.
I
I
have
sent the
something I
wrong
need to teach
transmissions, but Edison
I
was
learned
able to
this
fix
verse
it though.
long, long
He can do
ago.
anything.
It's from the first
No,
chapter
I
of 2
can't.
Timothy.
I can't
Repeat
even write a
after me.
speech. Probably can't
2
improve the link
Timothy
either.
1,
What
7.
are you even talking about?
2 Timothy.
You'll be great.
1,
Yeah,
7.
until the lights start flashing
God
on and the
has
alarms
not
go off.
Given
I'm
us
lost.
a spirit
Is
of
this
fear,
what the extra button is
God
now going
has
to be
not.
for?
I was afraid I'd
Given
fail,
us
and
a spirit
I
of
did.
fear,
I
but
thought
of power,
God would help me
love,
like you said,
and
Captain Ray.
He
self-discipline.
will, and he
But
does.
of power,
Sometimes
love,
failure is just a
and
part of it.
self-discipline.
God
Here,
didn't create
let me show you
to be
something
a
from the
fearful
Bible.
person, Alyssa. He made you to be full of his power, love, and self-control.
So that means I can trust God to always be with me and give me the courage I need to help me face my fears.
Now you've got it.
We're searching God's word for things to discover. This book is alive, full of answers and godly advice.
How is
This book
really
is alive.
weird.
See the wonderful stories inside.
Thanks for being brave enough to try it.
Every day
Now it's your bedtime. You better get upstairs.
Finally, I'm so ready to wake up.
Watch out. You might not be alone with it.
This book is alive.
Egypt was filled with Israelites. The new Pharaoh was afraid that the Israelites would become too powerful, so he made them slaves and treated them very badly. Pharaoh ordered that all baby Israelite boys had to be killed. One woman put her baby in a basket and hid him by the river's edge. His sister watched him. Pharaoh's daughter was bathing by the river. She found the baby and decided to keep him. His sister offered their mother's help to care
You were
for
what I
him.
was scared of as a kid.
Pharaoh's
You were the
daughter
monster under my
named
bed.
him Moses.
Actually,
Moses
I'm the
grew up.
Mikester.
One day, he saw an Egyptian beating an Israelite.
Oh.
Moses killed
Come
the
on,
Egyptian.
you're supposed to be scared
Then he
of me.
fled to Midian and was a
scared of
shepherd
you,
for
but I've
40
learned a few things
years.
recently, Mikester.
Moses was
God is
watching
always
his
with me,
sheep on
and
Mount
He didn't
Horeb.
create me to be a fearful
The
person,
voice of
which
God
means
spoke
fear
from a
can't stop
burning
me
bush.
from doing what I need to do.
My people are suffering, Moses.
Fear can't stop me
I have
from
chosen
doing what I
you
need
to
to do.
free them. I can't,
Not you, me.
Moses cried.
Well, though you are a
I'll
figment of
help
my
you,
imagination, so
God promised.
Sure.
Well,
Throw
come
down your
on.
staff.
I worked on this for
Moses
months.
did.
I had this whole big
It turned
scab, like,
into a
could you
snake.
Just, like, I don't know, pretend
When he
to
picked
be
it up,
scared, like,
it was a
little
staff
bit.
again.
Out.
Put your
I'm going to
hand
bed.
in your cloak,
Fine.
God said.
Just
Moses
a little
did.
bit.
He looked. It was covered with disease. When he did it again, it was healed.
Thanks, God.
Show Pharaoh that,
And
God
now-
said. I'm not a good speaker, said Moses. I'll give you the words, God said. Your brother Aaron can help. So Moses went to tell Pharaoh to set the Israelites free.
I know I gave up pranks, but
See, Moses failed the first time that he
almost
tried to
too
stand up for God's people. But God called Moses to try again. Moses was afraid, but God
Are you
promised to
Mike?
help
Are you the
him.
Mikester?
what?
God kept
What's
his
a
promise
Mikester?
to help Moses, and Moses got the
was
chance
hoping
to
you'd say
try
that.
again.
Failure
Wait.
doesn't mean that you give up
weren't
or that
planning on
God wasn't
pranking me, were
there.
you?
God will help you do the things He asked you to do.
Maybe.
Thanks, Captain. If
Help
you'll
me gather
excuse me,
everyone and
have a
connect
speech
these
straight.
two. I just had the craziest dream. Can't wait to tell you all about it.
Want to give it another try? Okay.
Hi everyone, my name's Alyssa and I'm a part of Connect HQ. I wanted to share this verse I learned today with you. Say it with me like this. 2 Timothy
Hi,
1,
my name is Edison,
7.
and I'm a part of Connect HQ.
God has not
Today I learned a great lesson.
given us
The Bible
a
tells us this in the
spirit
book of Isaiah,
fear,
chapter
but
41,
of
verse
power,
13.
love,
Say it with me like
and
this.
self-discipline.
Isaiah 41,
So what does
13.
that mean? It means
The
that
Lord
God
your
didn't create us to
God
be fearful
says
people.
to you,
He created us to be
"Do
strong,
not fear.
loving,
I
and
will
self-controlled.
help When
The
there's something you
Israelites
need
were
to do
afraid
and
of
you're
the
afraid of how
giants
it
in the
might turn
promised
out,
land,
trust
and they
that God
let
will
that
help
fear control them, rather
the
than
first
trust
time
that
Moses
God
tried
would
to
be
stand
there
up
for
for
them
God's
and
people,
take care of
he
them.
failed.
But we
God
don't have
called
to let the
Moses to
things
go
we
out and
fear
try
control
again.
us.
Moses
No
was
matter what
afraid,
we fear,
but God
whether
promised
it
to
be
go with
creepy
him.
basements,
Moses
creaky
trusted
floorboards,
God and
weird
was able to
food,
lead
or
God's people
monsters
out
under
of
our
slavery.
beds. We can trust
Sometimes
that
you
God
might be
is with
afraid
us,
to do something
and
or
that
try
God's
something
given
new
us the
because you're
courage
worried
we
you will
need
fail.
to face our
And
fears.
even though failure can
So the
and
next time
does
you
happen,
find yourself facing
don't
off
let your
against
fear
something
of failure
really
stop
scary,
you from
remember
trying.
this. Fear
When you
can't
feel like
stop me
saying,
from doing
I can't,
what I need
remind
to do.
yourself that God can
And
help you to feel
Connect
less afraid.
HQ is here to
When
help
I'm
you.
afraid I'll fail, God will help me. And remember, Connect HQ is here to help you.
This dream keeps getting better and better. So the
And
Mikester
Jaden,
in your
even though you're
dream
new here, I'd like to thank you
was
for
me?
encouraging me to keep
Yep.
on pushing
And I
on.
haven't even told you about the gummy bear soup.
And last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank you, Dot. I'm lucky to
I'm
call you
happy
my
to
friend.
report that even though I
Edison?
still find my
I'm ready
grandparents'
for that
house
hug now.
a little
Group
creepy,
hug.
I've been staying there the past few days, and everything has been perfectly
Hey,
fine.
maybe
Although I
this
might
is
still
what the
check for
extra
Mikesters
button
under
could
my
be
bed
for.
when I go to sleep, just in case. Today we learned about how God can help us overcome our fears.
Give me liberty,
but
give me death.
maybe you haven't made
I
that
have a
choice
dream.
yet to follow Jesus with your whole life.
Sometimes we all have
If
to do
so,
things that we think
you're
are impossible.
missing out on all the
But when
awesome
you follow
ways
Jesus,
God
He can make the
help us
impossible
live
possible.
courageously.
If you're ready to have
Do you
God's
want to make
help,
that choice
all you
today?
have to remember are
If
the
so,
A,
all you have
B,
to do is remember the ABCs.
A.
Admit.
Admit that you've done wrong, and ask God to forgive you for disobeying Him. B. Believe. Believe God sent Jesus to take the punishment for your
Believe God
sin.
sent Jesus
Trust
to
that
take
you're
the
forgiven
punishment
because
for your
Jesus
sin.
made you right with God.
Trust that you're forgiven
C.
because
Choose.
Jesus made
Choose
you
to
right
spend your
with
whole
God.
life depending on God's
C.
power to help you
Choose.
say no to sin.
Choose to spend your
As
whole
you live
life
and love like
depending on
Jesus,
God's power
tell
to help you
others
say
God is
no
your leader
to sin.
and number one friend.
As you live
If
and
you
love
want to
like
make that
Jesus,
choice today,
tell
be sure to
others
talk
God
about it
is
with
your
your
leader
parents or a
and
leader
number
you
one
can
friend.
trust.
Did you make that decision today? If so, be sure to talk about it with your parents or a leader you trust.
Birthday? Did you get some gifts? How about some money? About $100? Oh, please don't. I guess we're writing on the screen there. So there's that $100 we were talking about. Whoops, too many zeros. Far too many zeros there. That should just be a 1 and 2 zeros for 100. Okay, wait, come back. I'm sorry. Do you still have that marker? You could help me teach how we can honor God with the money that we get or earn. All we have to remember is give, save, spend. If we have $100, the first thing we're going to do is give by taking out a tithe. Tithe is another word for 10%. The Bible tells us in Proverbs that tithing is something we should do to give back to God part of what He's given us. So 10% of $100 is... Don't worry about the math. It's $10. Whenever we get or earn money, we'll be wise and give 10% to the church so they can use those resources to keep helping people. Exactly. I like your draw. Well, hold on. We're not finished. Welcome back. We can't forget about save. Next, we'll take some money and we'll save it. The Bible tells us to be wise with the money God gives us. Saving some of our money for the future is smart. We'll put some of our money aside for a rainy day. That's just another way of saying putting money aside for emergencies. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to spend it on a rainy day. What are you, Oh, I see. Is that a cloud and rain? Yeah. A lightning bolt, 2 lightning bolts, 3 bolts. That's too much lightning. You're losing control here. Okay, are you all right? Ready for the last one? Good. Now we can talk about spend. Once we give our tithe and we put some money aside, the rest of the money is ours to spend. But we shouldn't be unwise with our spending money. Before you spend your money, stop and think. Do you want your money to go, or do you want your money to grow? So you could buy a bunch of candy, but does that seem wise? You could spend some of it on candy, and maybe your brother's birthday present, and maybe save the rest for later. Being wise with the money that we have is a great way to honor God. Thanks for helping me out. And don't forget to give, save, spend.